The chat, come on. Hey guys.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so comfortable.
Wow, you should be in
Just need to
prison.
shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You're facing charges.
Y'all good over there?
What we saying, people? Lavish,
Y'all good over there?
How you feeling this weekend? What type of weekend?
I've had one of the most stressful weekends, and I'm gonna count my week from. Let's count it from Friday to the next 7 days. Next 7 days from Friday is really make or break for my year. Yeah, it's really make or break for my year. So Friday weekend was awful. All plans got biffed off. All plans. Everything went to pot after Friday. Then so I just stayed in this weekend. Didn't really no point going out.
No, fuck that. The world.
Nah, there's no point. I didn't feel like it no more. So
there actually needs to be a study into how football can affect your plans, everything, your mood, everything. It's not real. It's
no point going out no more. It was Eid Mubarak as well. Auntie was waiting for me to go around her. She called me Saturday morning like, Shemi, we didn't see you. I said, you know why.
I said Shem was meant to get a trim. Just said, nah, sack that off.
I don't there was nothing. There was nothing. She said, Shemi, we didn't see you. We made food. I said, you know why. So I went around on Saturday. Head was a little less calmer then. Because she's a wind-up merchant as well. You didn't see me. She does. She watched the game.
Oh my God, that's the worst. I'm crying. Your plans really got sent to the sky because of...
Yeah. Well, but I'm working on myself. I don't want to let that, when I have kids, I don't want to let that to impact my household. So I'm just working on myself now, trying to detach and stuff, play my saxophone and look.
I said Arsenal will lose.
I'll play the blues, you know.
I'll be in his room playing the angriest blues ever, fam.
Yeah. Saxophone and that. As you see there.
Oh my God. Well, there's only one place to start, really. So let's get into it. Arsenal kicked off the weekend with what everyone thought would be a standard.
I didn't think that.
Okay. Tell me why you didn't think that.
I didn't think that. Ask your brother. I didn't think that. I told them, I said, it's not a banker. Southampton at home ain't even a banker. The way we're playing, the arrogance. What I thought we needed, which was a home game, we really needed a home game. The away thing was getting a bit too much. But the Southampton, for me, what should have been a banker, it wasn't a banker. Now, all the Arsenal fans have been telling me about this Lavia. I'm like, you know what? Let me get a talk of this. Let me watch this. Let me see this. Let me see this audition. They didn't lie. The boy's the truth. The boy is the truth. I was just asides that. Why it wasn't a banker is because as much as we say like there's nothing guaranteed in the way it was just too. Everybody's mind was just on Wednesday. It's very dangerous when you do that.
You don't even think about this game. It's just on autopilot.
Yeah, we've never been in this situation, and everybody's mind's already on Wednesday. Now, it happens to most teams. I pray it happens to City as well when they go play Real Madrid, when their mind's just on Real Madrid, especially if they're 1-0 down or 2-0 down in a tie. You know, when their mind is just on the Real Madrid fixture. So, and that's why, I know you haven't asked me yet. By the way, you keep freezing and lagging and tweaking. And that's why, I do feel like even if Man City beat us, it still really ain't over. Now, Jesus, are you still there?
Yeah, keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah. So yeah, no. It wasn't a banker. Southampton, Aaron Ramsdale, after the media do this thing, like we do this thing. You know when they put the stat on the TV and they say I haven't lost in this long or he's been superb, and they do a special interview with someone. You just know this guy's about to have a stinker. It always happens. So they did Aaron Ramsdale. They were like, he's been superb. the pre-match jazz. He's been superb. I'm thinking, oh no, I know it's gonna happen. And bro, I hadn't. I think I don't know what I went. I think I went to get popcorn or one of like a licorice or something. What? So I thought they were showing highlights or something in it because it didn't make sense. It was like 20 seconds. I was like highlights or something.
You
So
lot
I
have
tried to
history doing this as well. You love history. Think back to Bournemouth at home as well, where it was literally you don't even know whether it was complacency, there's lack of concentration, where literally the first attack of the game or the first opportunity they had to put some pressure on you. You
hold
folded.
on, my bro. What's going on with your Wi-Fi, bro?
There's no. Is this what everybody else?
Write in the chat, yeah, because I don't know what's going on. Write in the chat if you're struggling with Banks' Wi-Fi, because for me, it's all doing higgy haga. But
What's it saying now?
yeah, you're all over the place, man. What's going on over there?
Cool.
For me, I think it's clean. For your thing is a bit mad still. Maybe it might be me. Let me leave and come back. But I know it's not me.
All right. Apologies for the technical apologies for the technical difficulties. Yeah, bro. My man told me the Wi-Fi wasn't working. Man, I had to try to jump onto the hotspot, try to jump onto the different hotspot. Man, I'm doing everything to bring you the content, man. I'm trying, I promise. But yeah, now we talked briefly about we'll talk about Arsenal a bit more when Shem gets back in. But I think one thing that I'll pick out from that game again, Lavia. I think there's certain players that you watch them play and you just have moments where you just stand up and you applaud. You just applaud because there's no reason you should be getting out of it. Say that again?
It's you still.
Everybody, wait, let me see.
Nah, it's definitely you still.
Nah, you don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, it's definitely you still. My guy got the hotspot. Like they're talking about you. Anyway,
I was talking briefly just about Lavia. I said there's some midfielders. I think Lavia's one, Camavinga's one as well. That whenever I watch them and I see them do certain things, I literally just get up and I start clapping because you like doing those sorts of things in the midfield where it's just you shouldn't be able to evade pressure like that. You shouldn't be able to break it like quality at the age that they're doing it as well. 21, Lavia's what 18, 19, and they're just dominated. He stepped all over Partey. If Lavia stays on the pitch against Arsenal, I reckon Southampton win.
yeah. If Lavia stayed on that pitch, Southampton defo cruise. Yeah. So he comes off and we score 2 goals. We equalize. I'm really proud of Odegaard, who I always accused of not stepping up in the dire moments. He really stepped up in that moment. There, it shocked me still. Because it's like when it's going well, it goes well. Like when we're playing well, and it's like it's fine. But when we're backs against the wall, he's never him that steps up. I felt like Arsenal, you took your foot off the gas in that. Yes, you're 2-0 down, but they scored so early. We had every right to still win that game. You can have lapses in concentration, and if you want it to happen against weak opposition, you want it to happen at the start of the game, which is fine. So we still should have won that game. Obviously, it came close towards the end, but shouldn't have even been that close. So it's disappointing. Again, it's 2 points dropped. But what this has showed me, not this game, but I pray this game has shown Mikel Arteta that Fabio Vieira should not be an Arsenal first team player anymore.
Okay, so you make that point, and I definitely agree. This season, and I don't watch Fabio Vieira as much as you lot probably have, but you think back to like a lot of the Arsenal players, some of the a lot of the Arsenal signings that have had like adaptation periods. I saw something and it resonated me in the sense that did Arsenal think they were going to be in a title challenge this season? I don't think the level that Fabio Vieira was expecting to. Well, you needed Fabio Vieira to be at in regards to a title race. I don't think he expected to be that in his first season. And again, for me, he's been poor this season. But
let me. No one's expecting him to be a world beater, but he can't hang with the moving average. He's the bottom of, like he's the lowest. He's like, if we're putting everyone's moving average, he's the lowest. And bear in mind, people like Reece Nelson, Trossard, Jorginho, they've played a lot less minutes. They've played a lot less minutes, and they came on cheaper money than him. He was a bigger signing, 35 or 30, maybe 30 mil. So that is quite a lot for an Arsenal package. That's like an average. That's quite a lot. So what you demand of you, there's a certain level we expect at least, or don't drop below a certain level. And he's just not capable. I
So
feel like we
with
were
Fabio,
more.
with Fabio Vieira quickly, what is it that you see with him that's just like when you see it, there's certain things that's not matching the level at Arsenal.
Firstly, he's
What
not strong enough for English football. That's the first. That's the bread and butter. One, he's not strong enough for English football. Two, okay. Let's start again. He's completely shot of confidence. Yeah, like now he's shot of confidence, second guessing himself, overthinking passes, underhitting passes. His decision making is very bad. It's very, very bad. And then not even just in his decision making, it's not just like let me pass to Saka, let me pass to Martinelli. The technique at which he's using to execute those decisions, very bad as well. So it's like, let me take this type of shot, let me put this type of cross, let me do that's bad. So it's a multitude of things. Obviously he's shot of confidence, but what confidence doesn't affect is his strength. He's not strong enough. It affects his speed and his speed and his decision making. So I'll allow him there. But just in general, what I want to say is we had a lot less patience with Sambi Lokonga, and he's better than him.
Interesting. So
we had a lot less. Sambi Lokonga puts in a better performance against Southampton in that same role, playing in the 8 than Fabio Vieira does. Ainsley Maitland-Niles does as well. If I'm being completely honest, Torreira does as well.
So you don't see the space for growth for Vieira?
If he's supposed to be an understudy to Odegaard, and to be an understudy to Odegaard when he came in his first season, you saw the technique there. There was things to work with. Fabio Vieira has not given me anything to work with. No. Fabio Vieira has not given me anything to work with for me to put any sort of stock in him. Like, if he's a dead ball specialist, okay, we can have that. If your final killer ball is dirty, if your technique is peak, if your touch is always clean, if you're strong in a tackle, now, if you're fast, now, he's got nothing to work with. And I feel like we should just cut our losses with that. We need to be more ruthless as well. Cut our losses with something like that. Same as well for the likes of an ESR, a Tierney, a Tomiyasu. 2 of those 3 players need to go. Like, be cut through.
Oh, interesting. Tierney, ESR, or Tomiyasu.
2 of the 3 need to go, yeah.
Tomiyasu one I hear just in terms of he's had 2 years here and he's been pretty injury prone. And
two of the 3 need to go. Why I say that is especially with the ESR one, even if he comes good, yeah, and he's gonna be good, how good do you think you can get? You could get the same player for money. Like, you've already got a lot of Haaland players. You can rank up there still and make a good flip on him. You can make 40 million for ESR.
Interesting. So same with not say, but Tierney you'd sell as well. What reason would you give to sell Tierney?
Brittle. Those 3 players, the reason why they're on the chopping block is because they're too brittle. You can't rely on them. You can't rely on them. You're not even making it. You're not making it good enough competition for the first team players because you're never really available. So those players that play in the same position as you are just always going to play. Tierney as well. The way in which you play, it rarely ever benefits us to play Tierney because yes, he's defensively better than Zinchenko. And to be fair to him, the block he made last minute, I think, against West Ham was solid. Was it West Ham? Yeah, it was solid. But or was it Southampton? One of the games. But it's rarely ever ever benefits us to play Tierney. The inverted Zinchenko thing. Now, just quickly, another group chat was going crazy and saying, let's be honest, Zinchenko is not a left back. He's an average centre mid. So it wows us so he's just playing out of position, but he can play centre mid as well and he's average. I feel that's quite mean. That's not nice. But I hear them to a certain
extent. I feel like this happens a lot with Arsenal fans where the players don't come clutch at the end of the season and then you lot turn your opinion because you lot wasn't saying this.
No, I'm not turning my opinion on Zinchenko. I'm saying that I feel like that narrative, because I've seen it, I've heard it, that narrative is not like, it's actually just not nice. I feel like he's been quite reliable for us, but defensively we know he's a weakness there defensively. And what we can do is just not. You can set up a system that covers for that. because we're quite ball dominant. So it never really gets exposed, except from the latter stages of the season right now. We're talking on Arsenal's capitulation
Wait, let me get
or
some
whatever.
quickly before we
Yeah.
go to the capitulation. Nathan, what are you saying? I'm getting into Arsenal talk right now. Shems, don't tell me you're backing that Dudley Conga.
No, I wasn't backing him. I was just saying he's better than Fabio Vieira, and we were quite ruthless with Lokonga. So Nathan, feel free to comment on that. Do you think Vieira's better than him? Because you can't be fair and say he is.
Get your comment. Get your thoughts of how
You
you
know,
thought.
it's very similar to how we criticized Charlie Patino, but everyone allowed him because he's 18, but he put on a similar display against Nottingham Forest back then. Same with Fabio Vieira, quite weak, and we all understood he's weak.
Hype, Surely
No, but I'm saying he's quite. Everyone was like, "Yeah, he's too weak. Don't play him." Right? It's Fabio Vieira's done the exact same thing. So why are you as patient? You can be cutthroat with him.
Do man forget the nonsense quotes about I didn't have a run. I'm have to run in Belgium, fam. You're in the PN Premier League. About no running. I didn't even know you said that, man. He's not a fan of the
I
running.
didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
Damn.
No one.
If Tierney goes, yeah, you lot going to see Zinchenko get deep fried in Europe. Interesting.
I hear you. That's a great point, Nathan. Actually, now we're going to Europe. We need some squad depth. But again, taking a note out of Chelsea's book, you can get squad depth without them being squad players. So if a good manager is able to keep the level up so that it doesn't drop when you make substitutions. So clearly the level drops when Tierney comes in. You can get a player on Zinchenko's level or better to make it able competition, and that's what keeps the level up.
Keeps it competitive. Listening to this while washing up, Shem is ruthless. Yeah, no, I can't lie. I've not heard a lot of Arsenal fans calling for ESR to be sold. That one caught me by surprise.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, why Arsenal so like we like to act like a foster home. Like, yeah, okay, you raise them. It's the game. It's the game. Like, everyone can't come good. Everyone can't come to the promised land. You have to cut your losses somewhere, innit? And
I
can't
take everyone to the promised land with you, man. You can't.
You can't take everyone. If he gets a chip here, if he gets a medal to this season, let's cut our losses and call it quits. Because I don't see him. Is okay. You're saying I'm ruthless. I think a more serious question is: do we keep Folari Balogun, who for me I always think is better than Eddie Nketiah? But Eddie Nketiah has shown that he can come in and fill, but he can't lead the line. But Balogun's better than Nketiah. What do you do? That's a real discussion. I think ESR is a no-brainer. If Villa come, because Villa's interested. If Villa come back and want 35 mil, you sell him comfortably. You sell him. So that's not me being ruthless.
Do you sell Balogun when his? I said, do you sell Balogun when his stocks are highest? Right now, he's on the back of a 19-goal season in Ligue 1.
We've got Champions League. We've got Jesus Banks. Your internet sometimes, mate. We've got Champions League. Yeah, we've got Champions League. Balogun wants to be, and Nathan, put up Nathan's last comment there. Balogun wants to be a starting striker. Yeah, that isn't running, but we've got 4 competitions next season. Man United used to have 4 strikers back in the day, innit? And I honestly still think we need an absolute bagsman, because on that Southampton game, Jesus is just.
This is what we'll get back to the Balogun conversation, but this is what kills me about Arsenal fans, because you lot were bantering about the fact that Jesus wasn't a killer, but you lot love the jinky majinky. But deep end of the season,
listen to me. 2 things can be true. 2 things can be true.
Striker to be a killer.
If you're gonna argue, you've got to fix your Wi-Fi firstly. I'm not gonna argue with a robot that keeps breaking up. Yeah, I'm telling you, 2 things can be true. Jesus is a fantastic player, but he needs to be, instead of a 1 in 3 or 1 in 4, he needs to up the ante when it comes to clutch moments. It needs to up the ante because the conversion rates need to be better. Sometimes he's shanking at chances and it's like, bro, calm down. There's 2 clear-cut chances he could have scored. One when the cross came over and he leant back and hit it over. Another time a header where he was trying to just guide it or lay it to Eddie Nketiah. What's the matter with you? Just calm down. This is what you're going to do when you go to the Etihad. You're at home. Calm down. It's just very frustrating. And lastly, I know I spent a long time on this, yeah. Bring up some of these comments, man, because I think I've got some questions to me. Cool. On Arsenal's demise, Vieira has tech. Vieira doesn't have tech. This is a perfect example of white privilege. Vieira doesn't have tech. Why does he have tech? Why does Vieira have tech?
Arteta has no plan B. Interesting. What do you say? What do you say to that?
Arteta
Do
has
you
no
feel like
plan
that's
B.
true?
I don't think Arteta doesn't have a plan B, but I think he's not bold when he's making decisions. We go back to the Liverpool game. Arteta's first substitution was like the 82nd minute. You got to
Mm.
take Zinchenko off a lot earlier than that. Literally, you're warming up Tierney. Take Zinchenko off like 5 minutes before. He doesn't get ripped. They don't score the second. I think the second would have still come anyway, but it was inevitable.
Yeah,
Um,
proactive.
and there's something in it seems like he's a great coach. Arteta is a great, fantastic coach, but the management aspect of it, the mental stuff, on FM where they have this manager, all the mental traits, has
Mm.
all the great mental traits, 20 at this, 19 at this, mental traits. I don't know. The managing aspect of Arteta just seems to let me down time and time again. From the jump when he couldn't handle the likes of Maitland Niles, all these lot, to now, in that, how do you let two nils slip? And what are you saying to them? That's why are they not scared? Like, you couldn't do that under certain man. Obviously,
Do you
Safa's
think?
been
Do you
like
think
great.
at this point? Do you think is that they're not scared or they're too scared? Because this is the first. You lot got a young squad, one of the youngest squads in the league. They're in a title race for the first time in their lives. A lot
You
of
know
them,
why I'm not hearing the young squad thing?
and they're like this. As you said, this is the they've given up 2-0 leads two
Oh,
times in a row.
oh, oh, I'm kicking him. I'm
No
kicking
way
him,
is
you
that
lot. I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm sorry, you lot. Sorry about that, guys. It's bad. I know it's bad. I know you're struggling to hear him. He sounds like a robot in it, and I apologize. But just to on Banks's point, yeah, why I'm not hearing the young thing is because when they were 8 points clear, 9 points, 8 points clear, whatever of City throughout the whole season, we weren't hearing the young thing. We were not hearing about young players, young players, young players. So now everyone wants to bring age in. Everyone's moving the goalposts. They've always been young. Oh my, sorry. They've always been young. So we're not gonna have the whole young players, right? So what team really have a plan B? Ricky, to answer your question, Man City showed us when they came to the Emirates to have a plan B. That's the first time I've seen City or Pep really not try to go ham not try to play on the ball and let us have the ball and play on the counter. Well, that seems to be most teams' plan B. Most ball dominant teams' plan B is playing on the counter. Shem's player judgment is bugs, like 10 Higgs talent ID. Interesting, Nathan. Following by Logan wants to be an instant starter. It's not running. Shem. Oh my god. Sorry, people. We're having an absolute technical nightmare over there in Dulwich. Shem, if we talking injury prone, would you have sold Martinelli in 2020 since he was injured frequently? That's a great point. Like someone said that to me when I said the ESR thing. No, I wouldn't have sold him because we were in a different. Why I wouldn't have sold him, Nathan, is because we were at a different point in like Arsenal's level at that point in time. In 2021, we weren't where we were in 2023. That's why I wouldn't have sold him. So we need what we can get, and it's like cool. Let's there's hope in it. Let's hope he can be what we think he can be. I don't think ESR can get to the level of his peers right now because he's just been absent for so long. And these early stages, these foundation stages, he's missed. He's missed the early stages. He's missed year 10 and 11. Yeah. How is he gonna? How is he getting to? How is he gonna get in? How's he gonna handle A level in uni? He missed year 10, 11, and year 12. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's why I wouldn't have. Then it's like cool. I understand the comparison, but maybe I'm being too ruthless. Problem is, would you rather get 40 mil or 35 mil or 30 mil for ESR and then put that money to a serious talent, or keep ESR?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's good now. It's good.
All right, cool. What I'll say before the vibes were good, there wasn't any pressure because nobody expected you to be in a title race. You know, we're literally just playing great football and winning your games. So there wasn't really any pressure. But this is the first time you'll have had the pressure of a title race. You've had previous pressure of the top four challenge, again crumbled. But this
And
time,
choked.
choked. And this is like now you're in the top four battle. Now you're in the not top four battle. Now you're in the title race, and your young players haven't been in this situation. So like, are they? You're saying why is Arteta not scaring these lot? Do you think that they could be too scared? They could be too nervous.
I
They're too
haven't
on
seen
edge?
it that way. Maybe they could be too nervous, yeah. But then in-game managers, even though Odegaard's got an armband, you need your. I'm looking at Shaka.
You should be looking at Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko.
I'm
I
looking at Shaka. I'm looking at Jesus, and I'm looking at. I was going to say Jesus and Zinchenko. You to tell everybody to calm down.
I saw recently that Gabriel Jesus, I think he was doing an interview, and it was like Zinchenko is always walking around saying, "Oh, I'm talking about the last day of last season, talking about his 4 Premier Leagues." And then Gabriel Jesus was like, bro, you started less than 20 games in all of those campaigns." And I'm just thinking, like, now is the time. Like, now is the time when you actually like stand up and you show your title winning experience. Like, those are the players that have been here before.
I really think when it says Arteta had no plan B, I don't think it's not that he has a plan B. I just think he's made some very, very costly decisions. So I feel like in hindsight it's perfect, but obviously the Tierney and Zinchenko at Liverpool was bad. You can't make the first substitution, and the pressure was on for a whole half, and you made the first substitution in like the 80-something minute after the second goal went in. Southampton, Vieira shouldn't be starting that game. Obviously, it's Southampton. They're bottom of the league.
Who do you start?
Jorginho
And Partey.
Yeah, Jorginho and Partey.
I think you wanted to be more front foot at home to Southampton.
That is front. That ball's just gonna keep moving if Jorginho and Partey is there. Do you know why? Because you've already got a breakdown in play when the ball gets to Rob Holding and right centre back. It's too slow. Just watch our games. It's actually just so slow now. So to keep it ticking, you can't have 2 breakdowns in play. Fabio Vieira took 2 seconds before he lets go of the ball. Do you get what I mean? The injection of pace every time was Partey. So Partey played centre mid on his own because Vieira wasn't there, and he played centre mid on his own and was covered for Rob Holding because he was holding that line too deep. Let's move on to another match. Choke. You want to talk about choking, yeah?
It's time to have this conversation, man. It's time to have this conversation. Spuds, what is the actual plan here? First of all, do or die Champions League game. Top 4 has been your trophy for the last 10 years, basically. Like you've pushed a couple times for the league, but all in all, like the top 4 has been you trying to get top 4 has been you. That's been your be all and end all. So for you to be in this game against Newcastle, who are a good team, they punched us up, to be fair, at St. James's Park, but you can't go behind that early. Like, that's just I blame a couple of things. First of all, lack of dog. You at some point you just have to knuckle down, especially if you go 1-0. Fair enough. Lloris made the save. They scored a rebound. Somebody has to get them together. And flipping bang some heads together and said, you know what? Next 10 minutes we don't concede.
They have no centre mids. They have no centre mids, and the defense is weak. For me, people telling me, "Oh, Romero was good. He's better than Gabriel." It's never.
Oh, my hands up. I was one of them.
It was never the case. He's
back
a bomb.
3 tax with that Tottenham team is real.
He's a bomb. Just rash.
Back 3 tax is very, very real.
It's a rash. At least Gabriel has a bozo moment, he plays well before it.
I think Stellini has to cop major heat for his tactical decisions. First off, to go to a back 4 for the first time this season away at St. James's Park was a
criminal.
Big decision, and you have to be 100% sure that's going to work. You have to be 100% sure you know what you're doing. Second mistake he did, Pedro Porro and Ivan Perisic, both are good attacking right wing backs. Both are horrendous defending right backs. Both of them are horrendous defensively. So for you to play both of them, especially when you've got Ben Davies on your bench, he's not good, but he's at the same time he's going to be a steady Eddie at left back. You can't have 2 wing backs playing fullback and expect the gaps not to appear. That was the second mistake that he made. The selection, awful. The third mistake, Pape Sarr. Bro, I hate it had to be you, fam, because they dropped you. Bro hasn't started you in like a month. You haven't started in a month, maybe even 2 months. I don't think he started in 2 months. You drop him in the middle of a new formation in midfield, and he was just getting swallowed up. He was drowning out there. He was drowning. At some point, you just have
to come off.
23 minutes. He could last 23 minutes, Boy, I don't even put it
You
down.
gotta go
I
back.
think he's a decent
Banks,
player,
you
but
know
you
what you're
can't
gonna
put
need
it
to do?
down to him.
Move your phone back. Move your phone back to the position it was 2 seconds ago, man. You get what I mean? Move it, just tilt it back, put the antenna back on because we're not gonna have that lag in here. You're disrespecting the people listening. Come on, man. You get what I mean? Come on.
Am I still
And
lagging?
you was on a you was on a roll as well. You was doing some great
Ain't no
stuff.
way I'm still lagging.
Yeah, you're still lagging, man. What you on? You on 3? Did you get that emergency text today?
I did not get that emergency text. They're leaving me
That's
behind, bro.
why.
They're
That's
leaving me
why.
behind, bro.
That's why. That's why.
Huh?
Your phone ain't even because your phone ain't even registered, man.
Yeah.
That's why. All of you lot that didn't get that emergency text. That's the reason. If you have bad data and that's the reason you couldn't get it. What you on? 3 or Tesco? Gift gaff?
Those,
What you on? What did he? You lot, I'm so sorry for this tardiness. This is the most embarrassing I've ever. It hasn't been this bad since uni, but yeah. I think let me put the comment back on. I think Nathan said it earlier. Banks, pay your bills. Pay your bills.
nah, man.
You know what I mean?
Government need to run me some more bread.
So
Perisic is 34, 35, and he has no legs anymore. That Poro, what's his excuse? Poro's he's not a right back. You can't, like, at some point, I think it's easy to play right backs at right wing back and just expect, yeah, cool. But right wing backs at right back, where if you're not ready to play right back, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be
tell
scary.
you, I don't understand how you come and get turned out like this. But do you know what's funny about Tottenham? I think you and Tottenham and United draw the next game when they go play each other.
That's calm with me. That's
They're
the
playing.
like. United don't put no teams to the sword. United don't. Any team that we should really be beaten up, we never beat them up. And I agree that game could easily be a draw. It could easily be a draw. But I'll take a draw.
There's nobody worth talking about in Tottenham from the front line backwards. So let's start with someone mentioned. I don't even want to talk about Kulusevski because the chain's coming like the chain is fake. Son is coming like purple patch. We know what it is. But I said when it was 5-0, Harry Kane's probably gonna leave tonight. Thanks. Is there been any better time for Harry Kane to leave Tottenham than this summer? Or an easier time. I don't mean better. Easier time for him.
It makes so much sense for him to leave now, but he could I generally can see him signing a new contract. I think he's scared. I think he's scared.
Honestly, who came into our who did we have on that told me to watch the video of Kane?
No, it was Carell. We was
Carell.
The Kane conversation. I could generally see him signing the contract and signing the contract and staying at Tottenham because it's the easy thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. Bayern looking for a striker this summer. You know they're gonna invest big in a striker. It may not be your first choice. Maybe you wanted. I don't think Daniel Levy's gonna sell to United. Maybe that United dream's gone. That City dream is definitely gone. You got, mate, go to PSG, go to Bayern, go get yourself some trophies, go score some goals, go be involved in some big games. Go be involved in some games that matter. That's my thing with Kane at this point. Like, you're not involved in games that matter. You're involved in like trying to get Tottenham to top 4 and scoring in their first goal in the new stadium or whatever it is. Bro, go be involved in something that matters. Go write your name in history books that are going to be read outside of N17. Go and be something in the European game, bro. Because right now, it looks so spooky for you. It looks so spooky.
Yeah, but Kane's legacy can be defined by this summer. I was going to ask a question, Banks. I haven't really had your opinion on this. It's trolling aside. I've not really had your opinion on this. Where do you think, before we get into your FA Cup game, where do you think the Premier League's going to end up? No, in fact, what do you think is going to happen on Wednesday? Sorry, and then further on, where do you think the Premier League's going to end up?
I think Manchester City win on Wednesday, and then they go on to win the Premier League.
Okay, no problem. And then do you think it's over at Wednesday? Like it's over, like from then they just carry on.
If you lose Wednesday, then it's over. It's done. You lose when like your hope is to. Merson put it, Paul Merson put it the best. Like you lot have got to hope for a draw and then hope City, like City, if you lot draw, City essentially need to win all their games and then they win the Premier League. That's the least you lot can do. Just push them all the way at this point. Don't make it easy for them. I don't see you lot going to the Etihad and winning. Stranger things have happened, but I don't see it happening.
I don't think stranger things have happened.
You think is that what you think is going to happen?
I don't think stranger things have happened.
You don't think stranger things have happened?
Maybe 1988. This is 1988. The famous 1989 that Arsenal talk about with Aston Villa.
I've seen us draw 4-4 after winning 4-2 against Everton in the Champions in the run up to the title. I've seen us lose to bottom place Wigan in the run up to the title. Like these things happen, bro. Strange things happen, but I just don't see the way you lot are giving up chance. Like it's not even a sense that you lot can't go there and score. I think you lot can definitely go there and score.
It's the chances, the goals
you
we
lot
give
can't
away.
give, bro. You already know you can't give them chances, fam. You can't give them.
We
them
have
chances.
to accept Saliba can't play.
You got to build you got to plan around that because I'm hearing he might not play for the rest of the season.
Forget Saliba. Moving forward, what do you do? Would you play Tierney centre back?
Oh, come on, bro. That's a terrible idea. Would you play Tierney centre back? I think
I'll play Tierney right back.
I've seen some people saying Zinchenko right back.
No, I'll play Tierney right back. Or one of them. I'll move Zinchenko and Tierney are my fullbacks. Ben White's got to go centre back and try against.
It just messes too much with the dynamics, though, doesn't it? Like you lot's passing patterns, putting Tierney on that right side, or you don't think he'll jazz it up or make it a bit stiff?
He will naturally become inverted, which is fine if Tierney goes right back. Obviously, Zinchenko's right back or is left back, and he's an inverted centre mid. Naturally, he'll become inverted. I think it works.
What about that Polish maybe two less centre backs? That Polish you I can't, how do you pronounce his name?
That Polish you, come on, man! You're trying to get us locked off.
What is crazy about that?
Crazy. Just call him Kiwi, man. That's what we call him.
That's a Kiwi.
That's what I call.
What about Kiwi? A Kiwi Gabriel centre back partnership?
Nah, he's not coming on. He's not playing. That's not gonna be the first game you put him in. He's gonna have a doozy. You can't put him in there. It's just gonna go to pot. You can't put him in that situation. Centre back in the back three. Only way I would. You don't realize how thin we are.
Tierney, LCB in the back three. Only way I would play him CB. Would you go back three?
No, it's too negative. You have to win this game. I played the same formation. I played Tierney at right back. Naturally, he has to always come back on his left, so he will drift into field a little bit more. You've got to go Saka and Laporte.
It's looking like Ake is going to be out, so
which is calm.
You're going to have to face Saka's going to have to face Laporte, who's a bit.
But what it does with Zinchenko and Tierney squeezing, it puts more people in their midfield and just flood that midfield. But the problem is when the ball gets out to Grealish or Mahrez. Anyway, and Mahrez and Grealish gonna want to come inside anyway, so Tierney will be stronger on that. Listen, that's what I would do. I'm not Arteta, but I feel like going in with Rob Holding, it fills no one with any confidence.
But I'm sounding like Harry read that talking about players. That Cameroon lad.
That Cameroon lad. You know Benoit. That's how you say it.
Benoit. Benoit, you gotta go. Manchester City really want you.
Benoit, you gotta go, Benoit.
Let's talk about FA Cup weekend. We're gonna start with Manchester United just because just because. Into the FA Cup final, beat Brighton on penalties after 0-0 after 120 minutes. How did you find the game?
Can I just say that if we played another 90 minutes, no one's scoring.
Now we had a couple chances to score. Even Brighton, I feel like it was a good game of football. It was a good game of football, but there was not going to be a goal in that game. Both teams just missed their chances to stick in the back of the net.
I don't even know if I wanted Brighton. I didn't want Brighton to play City in the FA Cup. Just use the energy for the Prem.
The European push. CJ said, of course, Solly March missed the pen. Had to be him. DDG is jokes. Man had a sheet where Brighton would go. I stood it. Bro, that was the most frustrating penalty. Watching him go to the bottle every single time and still not get close to a penalty. Bro, I knew the only way we were winning this penalty shootout is if somebody missed. Somebody had
It's
to
better
miss.
for him not to be there, though.
Say that again?
It's better for him not to be there.
What do you mean?
Get out the goal.
Oh, just let, bro. That's
just
the
stand
thing.
still.
Like with
Just
the
stand
hair and
still.
goals for penalties, just get it on target and you're good. So the fact you literally had to shoot it high and wide for it to miss. Solly March bricked on the big stage. The reball. Respect Downing, fam. Downing, big Premier League, big Aston Villa legend, big Middlesbrough legend.
Middlesbrough, yeah, come on. Weird.
Yeah, nah, man. It was a good game. I think standout performance for me. Luke Shaw, Victor
I think
Lindelof at
Lindelof
centre back.
absolutely sensational.
Good centre back partnership.
One of his
that
best
game.
games. One of his best games up there with the Juventus match. One of his best ever games.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm gonna put my hands together for you.
You did your job. Matoma was off today, partly to do with Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka put him off. He put him off.
You think so?
100%.
I thought it was half and half. I thought it was half and half. You know why?
I've seen this story. Nah, bro, I've seen this story.
You know why? The ball wasn't. He wasn't even getting the ball at first.
Bro, I've seen this story so many times where an attacker would try to take on Wan-Bissaka and he realizes he's getting no luck. And then after that, he's just scared and he doesn't want to take on Wan-Bissaka anymore. And it's just a beautiful sight to see the confidence drain out of a winger because they know they have to go up against Wan-Bissaka. That inevitability of shit. Let me just pass it back because I know if I try to take them down the line, he's going to try to crunch me with a stupid tackle.
As much effort as it takes me to rip him, it'll be just as much effort. Equal and opposite, Wan-Bissaka gives you. Equal and opposite.
And even on the ball, he was really good. He was really like this is the other side of Wan-Bissaka's game that's improved playing under Ten Hag because again didn't start the season was everyone was saying he's not a Ten Hag player. There's no way Ten Hag is going to keep him around, but he showed his worth in this game, man. It was proper effective in this game. Nathan said they missed Ferguson. I'm not gonna lie, a presence, no joke right there. Ferguson was a big miss up front. I think I think it was more the anticipation that Welbeck lacked. Some of the crosses that they put into the box.
Oh, he's just on his heels, isn't he?
On his heels, so you expect like a Ferguson to anticipate.
You need him back for the City game, man.
When they're playing City, that last 2 games of the season, I swear.
No, they don't know. It's to be just confirmed.
Okay. No talk on Casemiro. He was spooky. Yeah, in the first half he was Brighton's best player. Funny enough, when what you call it? When he got a yellow card.
After he got booked, he got very good.
Bro, that's exactly what twin. After he got booked, he was so much better. I don't know whether he needed that to play on the fine line, but after he got booked, he was so much better in terms of his passing. Fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter, 48 seconds. Yeah.
48 seconds left.
Yeah, they're up by 10.
Yeah, 3-1 up.
Yeah.
But Cavaliers do have history coming back from 3-1 down. That's all I'll say about that.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so the City's second to last game is Brighton away, which is confirmed now. Thanks, CJ.
Appreciate that, CJ, getting the facts in. Dallow's still shit though.
If you don't move your phone back to where it was before, please, I'm begging you.
We lose this game if Dallow is playing right back. Dallow's not handling that much coming down his wing. Who else really impressed me today? I think Sancho had a good cameo today, you know. I think he had a good cameo today. Came on, was effective, kept the ball. Anthony had a couple of chances that he really should have scored. Martial was decent. Rashford was poor today. It was poor. Yeah, he tried to do some take-ons and it wasn't work. But you can just see that he's not fit. That's the problem. And
my screensaver, I'm sorry, just to interrupt. My screensaver is the fixtures. Oh God.
But I said this a couple of weeks ago. You're too locked in, Shem, man. You need the end of the season to come quickly, man. You need to. Do you know how many times
your brother and I call and just like, how you doing, bro? How you doing, bro?
Man said you need a flipping counselling club, fam.
Bro, we counsel each other through the day, man. Sorry, go on then. Go on. I'm listening to you. I'm here. Come
You're
on.
here, but you're mentally already at the Etihad.
I'm on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm there
mentally already
already.
at the Etihad.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Ericsson I think this is another thing that changed the tide of the tie. Brighton came out, started the second half, and were really, really good, and they were looking as if they was going to create. Ten Hag subbed Ericsson for Fred, and the momentum switched to Manchester United's way. I think that was a crucial sub to make because it was too easy for them to play through our midfield. Way too easy. Ericsson.
I don't think he goes into next season with you. I think honestly, this last semester, I'd call it, of games for you lot, I would say post Carabao Cup. I think Ten Hag's really thought, you know what, because this is when you've had injuries, suspensions, and so on and so. I think he's really thought, okay, cool. Some of these man, they've done a job. Like they've gone as far as they can go. Like
Yeah.
Ericsson played out of his skin before the injury, and I'm not going to use the injury as a reason why he's dropped his level, but it's a lot to ask of him. Same with Weghorst. Same, do you know what I mean? Same with certain man. And then the sad one with all of this is Sancho. I don't know if Sancho, because Ten Hag showed him a lot of favor in letting him have a sabbatical and then mental health, all those things. They complimented a lot of how Ten Hag dealt with the Sancho issue, and he's not repaid the favor.
Yeah, I think you're right in the sense that naturally, you've seen it with Arsenal when they've taken this step up. Some of these players can't come with you. Some of the players can't come with you, and I think that's going to be. You think about Maguire, you think about again Ericsson. I was even thinking back, like I think back to our game against Southampton, him up against the likes of Lavia, bro. He's getting like it's not even a case where you can say, oh yeah, he's cool. He can play against the smaller teams because these smaller teams will come and eat you up in the midfield as well if you're not careful. They will the Premier League isn't a place where you can just say, yeah. I'm gonna play my weaker players against the smaller teams, and it's gonna, bro. It's the PN Premier League for a reason. These would really come and batter you up if you're not careful. So yeah, there's a couple players that, boy, with the way the season has gone, they've played to their level. They've helped us basically secure top 4 or get as close as possible to top 4, and helped us have a couple of cup runs, but. After that, are they going to be able to help you take that next step? Are they going to help you go to that next level? I don't think so. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of players. I'll probably do a United show where we talk about what United players need to stay. What
so
United
we've got some questions, Banks, and need some sharp answers from you, obviously, because your Wi-Fi is moving. Now, third or fourth, United. Do United get third or fourth?
United get third.
Okay.
I lied. We get fourth. Newcastle's got a nice run in a lot of home games. I'll go
They've
fourth.
got 4 out of 3 home games. Can we talk a little bit about? Oh, we've spoken about Martial. I don't really care, to be honest. Can we? Yeah. So I wanted to talk about outgoings, just like who, just ring them off. In an ideal world, and bear in mind, you lot don't even know what's going on financially with your club, so you don't know if you're gonna have money for transfers. For being honest.
If we're talking about this is what I mean, because there's players that you just don't think are gonna be the level to take. So what players are not the level? You start from the goalkeeper, it needs to be replaced. Then you think back then I think about right back. But I'm not putting money towards new right backs if I've got Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. I think the only reason why we need to buy a new right back is because both of them have 1 year left on their deal. So after this year, unless you sign Wan-Bissaka to a new contract, he's gonna go for free. I think that's why they want to sign a new right back. Realistically, I'd love for both. I think both of them should stay this season, next season, because right back isn't a pressing issue. But one of them's gonna get sold.
So you upgrade Dalot, you get rid of Dalot. He's not a specialist. For me, I'm always for specialists.
So you'd rather keep Wan-Bissaka ahead of?
100%.
To be fair, like for me, it's like I'd keep both of them because they've both got good skill sets. And it's not like a pressing issue for me that needs to be fixed. But again, the contract situation makes me think that one of them is going to get sold.
So Lindelof, Maguire.
I'd keep Lindelof as a third or fourth choice. I think Lindelof's legacy has been at United has been not helped by playing next to Maguire. I think he could be a very calm third or fourth choice centre back. Very calm.
Okay.
Step in when needed. Play up to a
Sure.
decent level. Sure, I'm keeping.
Sure.
He's got a new
Okay.
contract anyway. He's staying. Malacia, I'm
Scott
keeping.
McTominay.
He goes. Newcastle, if you
Fred.
want him, 40 million, there for you.
40 million is the new thing. It's just Fred.
He goes. As much as he helps, you need to up the levels, up the standards.
Ericsson.
For me, he goes. He's on a 3-year deal. He's best mates with the manager.
Best mates with Fergie. Martial.
1 year left on the deal. I'd sell him, but I doubt we find a buyer. So I'd keep him as the backup.
Sancho.
I'd sell him, but again, I don't know.
Sell him.
I'd sell him. I'd
You're
sell
only
him.
gonna get 30 bob. You're only gonna get 30 bob for the boy. You're not gonna get real money. You're gonna get Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey's money for him.
Yeah, I sell him just because, again,
How much you think you get for that?
he can get 40 million.
You are not getting 40 million for Sancho.
You can get 40 million, 100%.
You're not getting 40 million for what? For his Dortmund show.
Anthony Gordon went for 40 million, bro. You can get 40 million for Sancho.
For what?
Relax.
For what
He's an England international, bro. That means the price automatically starts at 40 million.
Oh my god. I don't think you're getting
how much
40.
do you think we get for Sancho? Honestly.
30, 35.
35. We get less than Anthony Gordon. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know why? Anthony Gordon was bought on mad form.
No, he wasn't. He was crap for Everton when he bought him.
No, it was crap for Everton. No, but like he had previous form in the Premier League. You're buying Sancho off of Dortmund form from 2 seasons ago.
Exactly. That's what you're buying. You bought Anthony Gordon off of form last season. Like Sancho showed up in the
CJ said Arsenal got 40 mil for a Iwobi.
Bro, we'll be so fine in terms of like getting 40 million for Sancho. It'll be so fine.
So? I don't think so. Who gives you 40 mil for Sancho?
Bro, there'll be loads of European teams that will want him.
Okay.
I don't doubt we'll struggle to find 40 million for Sancho. I can't lie to you.
When Chelsea's got a flash sale, you can get the same player for half.
What player are they gonna get? What player? What player is that?
What's it all? ZX, Pulisic and them, man. 20 mil, you could get them for a quick flash sale. Car boot sale over there.
Hey, man. Maybe.
But we're arguing about shit and piss. Right, so let's kick on. Who else is... I think everyone else you keep, but all in all, happy with the match?
We move, man. We move. Time to try to stop Manchester City winning this treble. Fuck it, we'll do it ourselves. That's got to be the mood right now, man. Got to do it ourselves.
Honestly, I don't think anyone really cares about that outcome. I think what we really care about is the Prem and the Champions League. So best of luck to you.
It's different in Manchester.
Yeah, no one cares about the FA Cup. I promise you.
It's in terms of stopping the treble. That's the only thing. We got
but then the double, you lot will say you want a double, and then the same double you criticize Liverpool for winning.
No, but bros, we're literally in our first season, bro. All of this is just extra. All of this.
What do you mean your first season?
This is the first season of Ten Hag, bro. This is the first season of Ten Hag. It's not about counting the trophies right now, bro. All of this is extra. We're not even supposed to be at this point yet, but we're here.
FA Cup final.
No. See, this is what I mean. All of a sudden, everybody has these expectations for United. You didn't have these expectations at the start of the season. You didn't have these expectations.
Your expectation start of the season was top 4 and a cup.
No, there was not.
Yeah,
top 4, maybe. Top 4, I agree.
Top 4 and a cup.
About no cup. You know, was not talking about no cups.
It was for you lot. It's top 4 and a cup.
You know, nobody was talking about cups. We literally came off our worst season ever. Our worst season ever, and he was like, yeah, top 4. Nobody was saying top 4 in a cup.
But they were putting you lot ahead of Arsenal, though.
Yeah, cool. Wait, we was?
I'm
gonna
round this. If you're not gonna fix your Wi-Fi, if you're not gonna fix your Wi-Fi, I'm gonna round this up. I'm getting pissed off now.
United fans saying stopping the treble, but they want City to win the league. Bro, why don't Arsenal just win the league and don't worry about what United fans think? Just win the league. Don't worry about what United fans think. Just worry about your own business. Acting as if we're stopping you from winning the league. You know, just go with it. Don't worry about what United fans think.
No, but this is contradictory though. So who do you want to win?
I don't what, bro. The Premier League's gonna go how it goes.
Hey, put your phone
The
back
Premier
in the
League is
position
gonna.
it was in.
The
Stop
Premier League is
freezing
gonna
on
go
me,
how
man.
it goes. The Premier League is gonna go how it goes. I don't want either of you to win, but one of you is gonna win it. So if you want Arsenal to be the one to win it, you don't go and do it. Don't worry about who United fans want to win it. You know, just go and do it. You're not worried about who United fans want to win.
No, but I can outright say, but if that's my two ops.
No, bro, it's not your two ops right now. It's not your two ops. It's not your two ops. So don't worry about who United fans want to win the league. Don't worry about that. You know, just handle your business.
You're lot in an all-time low. You're in between a rock and a hard place because
just see. This is what I mean. This is what I mean because you lot wasn't talking about.
No, because we're talking about you. We're talking about you now. If you want to talk, we spoke about.
This is what I mean. When you lot were winning, you lot wasn't worried about this. Now you have to switch it because
worried
you're
about
worried.
what? Worried about
you
what?
lot worried now that you're not gonna win it. So you're like, oh, look at United fans.
Listen, my
City.
bro,
Look at United fans rooting for City. You don't handle your business, and then we don't have nothing. We don't have anything to worry about. You don't handle your business.
Listen to okay. I'll let
you're
you
worried
go.
about United, who United fans are rooting for. You don't just handle your business. You won't even have to worry about that. Instead, you lot just worried. Oh, United fans, they're rooting for their rivals, rooting for their bro. Stop them, then. It's on you lot to stop them. It's on you lot.
Can I speak now?
Go speak, man.
No one's worried about who Man United's supporting. My point is, we were speaking about you, so we're talking about Man United. 1, 2. The comment came up, and when it's my turn, you're pulling up comments. I said, let's pull up comments. So you can't tell me to not worry about it when we're talking about you lot. If not, we might as well not talk about you lot.
But I've told you already that I don't like the Premier League's gonna play out how it plays out. Like last season with Liverpool and Manchester City, I could honestly say I didn't want Liverpool to win the Premier League. Did not want Liverpool to win the Premier League. This one, bro, the Premier League's gonna play out how it plays out. Both of you are competing, bro. I don't care. If you don't want to win it, go and do your thing. Go and do your thing. This one, I don't have a horse in. I don't have a horse in it. You just go win it. Instead, you're worried about who United fans want to win. Bro, you don't need to worry about that. You just go do your thing. Do it. Just do it. Don't worry about us. Them man got enough on their plate and they're flexing at this. That's what it is. You just stick to your. You have a task.
Why did you skip Nathan's comment?
Which one?
It's interesting. Your selection is interesting. But anyway, we need to round up this. We've been on here for an hour. I mean, we're going back and forth. But guys, I considered doing a live stream for Wednesday's game, but my mental health.
Yeah,
mental health.
Tier 3 family need that though, bro. Tier 3 family need that.
Nah, we don't need that still.
Nah, Tier 3 family need that, man.
We don't need that still. We don't need
Get Julie on there. Oh no, we need that. We need that. I can't lie. CJ, can we put that in the works? Can we put that in the works?
No, we don't need it. I'm not doing that still. I'm not. I promise
final
I'm not
predictions
doing that.
for Wednesday. What's your final prediction for this for the Wednesday game?
I think we're gonna draw.
Draw. Score draw 0-0.
I think it's just gonna be a draw, and I feel like I just want to win.
I'm gonna go City win. I'm gonna go 3-1. We'll end on this note. Get this in the works. Get this in the works. Let's get this in the works.
Can you kick ball? Out here asking for the tournament. Can you kick ball on that? What? We're seeing. Look at all the things coming. 2-0 City. 2-0 Arsenal. Fair enough, everyone. Optimistic. But one thing is, it's on BT Sport. Make sure you have the channel. If you don't have the channel, go watch it in the pub. Can't be having lags. And then, yeah, biggest game of the Premier League season, to be honest. Advert for the Premier League once again. Box office stuff. You know how Arsenal do it. Cool.
All right, man. Thank you guys for locking in. Hit the like button on the way out. Just tap it. Just tap it once. Have a great evening. Have a great Sunday night. And roll on the midweek games.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe Pepe's so coachable.
Well, you should be in
Just need to
prison.
shake him.
You should be in prison. We build you out. We build you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.